Hey, hope you're doing well. John with Be Superfly here to talk about Demo 9 for Mhmm. And this demo has a lot going on, but it's one of the cooler ones, I think. It's got two call to action buttons up here, which are just regular Divi buttons, and then a hamburger menu when you open it up. Nice big background image here with the overlay, panel style for sub menus. And then when I go into, let me go ahead and open up my responsive viewer here. When I go to tablet, the login, these two buttons are gone, and you get a login stripe and a 30-day free trial stripe. So those are cool, and I believe those have. Here, I'll just do it this way. I'm pretty sure those have hover states. Yeah. And then when I get down to mobile, well, it just stays that way. It just stays that way forevermore. So let's get into it and see how this one was made. The other cool thing about this menu is when you scroll, it goes away. Now, you may or may not like that, but I'll show you how you can set that up too. We'll start with that. So if this was the main menu for your whole entire site and you wanted your whole site, like most sites has one menu, this is where you would go to set that up. You would go to Divi Theme Customizer, and then you'd go to the Mhmm tab here, and then you see the choices here. So for our main menu of the demo site, we have Stick the Top. But you could change this to Stick the Top, Hide on Scroll, which that's what this one is doing, hiding on scroll. Or you could say, you know what, show on scroll. So maybe it's just going to show all this, and then when you scroll, it shows the menu. That could be. I'm going to go ahead and bounce out of that because I don't want to change that. So since I don't want to mess with my main menu, I just want to mess with the menu that's on this Demo 9 page, I can override that main menu setting. I can go to the Demo 9 page, hit edit here, so that you're in the regular WordPress area, and you'll see we have an Mhmm section here. Stick the top, hide on scroll. This is where I could change that and override what I set in the theme customizer. So that's how you would set this piece up. But let's go into this builder here. So I'm in the Divi theme builder, demo 9 here. I'm going to go in, and let's see how this was made. All right, here we are. So right off the bat, I'm going to show you here. If I go to layer, and we open this up, and I open up the first column in the first section, you'll see there's the logo, and then there's the CSS code. And this might be locked, and so you just click on the lock. But if you look at this code, this is what helps this layout kind of work. So here's a logo column that I'm only making 200 pixels wide. That's this column here. First of all, let's look at the column. Let's look at the column makeup here. So the column makeup is 4 equally sized rows. So usually these would all be like 25% or 23% with some 2% margin or whatever they do. So to make this kind of bend to our will, I'm saying, hey, the column that holds my logo, only have it be 200 pixels wide. And then this column holding my first button, which is this guy, only that one be 222 pixels. You have to adjust these based on your how wide your logo is. You have to adjust that, and then based on this button width, you have to adjust this one. My button 2 here, it's not as big. It's only taking 110, and you can adjust these padding left and as you need be. And then my menu, where this guy, the column this guy's in, 51 pixels, and I'm floating those 3 to the right. That's how this is happening, and the logo one's staying over. So that's that CSS code there. So that's important to know. And then this first row here that has all that we just looked at. Or wait, sorry, all that lives in a section of here. That section is being shown on desktop and not tablet and phone. And then this section down here is going to be shown on tablet and phone and not desktop. Correct. And that's got the login, busted out as just a regular Divi row. And then you got this row with 2 columns in it. And then you got this as its own row down here, regular Divi row. So as far as modules, we got a couple here. So the logo is just an image, although we could have used the logo module if we wanted to hit the change on scroll or something like that. But in this case, it's just a regular Divi image module. And I'm going to lock this before I forget. There we go. This column, we have a menu module, and we'll get to that in a second, the hamburger. But this column and this column, login in 30 days, these are just buttons. They're just good old classic Divi buttons. So you should know how to edit those. So let's check out this hamburger, hamburger here. So I can say, hey, what menu do I want to trigger with this? And then do I want full screen? Do I want to slide in? In this case, I want full screen. I like panels versus collapsed. I don't want to do it here, but you can add text here. Animation. Sure, why not? Let's do 4. We'll do that. I don't think we're going to see it, though, because it's going to be a full screen, but that's fine. And then design options. Hey, hover. So you got some design options here. Square. Do I want my corners to be rounded? This case, no. All these sharp edges, I want it to be square. Alignments. The menu background. Let me turn this off for a second. So I have this image here as my background, and then I have this overlay on top of it, which gives us this look and feel, which is dope. Spacing of the items, so in this case, top bottom padding, how far apart they are in the menu when it opens. Menu item text options for hover cover here and stuff like that. Font settings, all this great stuff. I think that's in submenu item. You can style those with a different font if you wanted, or a different font size. Maybe you want those to be smaller than your first level, which I think is going on here. Like, I think this size is bigger than that. Yep, it is. All right, so that's with that hamburger one. I think this is going to be the exact same. Yeah, it's just having to sit over here and because it's in a different spot in this row. But I'm going to make this one 4 as well. Again, I don't think we're going to be able to see it. This stop stacking is what helps make it so that when we go down to tablet, normally these are in 2 columns. So normally this column would be up here and this would go down here and you'd have spacing. Well, let me just delete it and show you what that's going to do. Well, it's going to do this right here. That's what it's going to do. But to show you, we'll just save it here and go out here and. So right now they're right by each other. Cool. Well, now they're going to be not by each other because it's stacking. This column and this column are stacking. We don't want that. So I'm going to put that back in and save it. Other than that, I think that's it for this demo. It looks pretty complicated, but really it's not. You just got to get a little bit creative. The CSS code is that's more on Divi. Hopefully someday they give us the ability to set our column widths ourselves. That'd be amazing. Like instead of us having to go in and space out these 4 columns, that we could do that in the interface somehow. That would be dope. But so yeah, that's demo 9. Love it. All right, y'all. Thanks so much.